gonna raise it. Makes it 250,000 to go. Eric out.
Eric throwing away 2 9s there, Vince. Big laydown by him.
It is. You're right. So around the horn to John O'Shea.
He's got the ace-5 of spade. Got some money out there, so he's going to call.
This could spell trouble for the Irishman.
Flop 10-7 deuce.
Action's on John O'Shea. He's going to check it.
Billy, of course, with the overpair. Got the 2 kings. He's going to make a little wager of 400,000. The Irishman better be careful here, because I can assure you Billy Baxter is going nowhere with that flop. So if the Irishman tries to make a move here, Vince, he could be headed back to the pub. But no, he lays it down. And Billy Baxter taking down that pot. Billy, a gambling legend in Las Vegas. Famed sports bettor. Manages boxers. Poker Hall of Famer.
Been in Vegas for 35 years. He said there was one stoplight back in the day. All right, let's go to this hand. Young 27-year-old Eric Baldwin, first one to look at this hand. Mucks at 10-5. David Williams also out. Benyamine and Shawn Buchanan not going to play.
Well, we got the battle of the blinds here.
Sure.
Up to John O'Shea. Looks down at a 6-3 offsuit here. He's on the short stack.
All in.
Wow. He's going all in here.
He's going to push, try to steal this.
Well, I think Baxter has picked up an ace-10, Vince.
Yeah, pretty decent hand here.
Indeed it is. He's going to wonder, wow, why'd the guy go all in? Maybe he's not that strong.
All right, I call.
Well, Billy Baxter has made the call, and he is well out in front with the ace-10 against the 6-3. Vince, I'll tell you one thing. I've been to Dublin to play poker. And when you bluff your way out of a tournament, they all buy you drinks in the bar. They love it. They don't want to hear any bad beat stories over there. But when you bluff,
I love that ball.
oh, they buy you a Guinness, I can tell you.
Good luck, Jeff. Any love flop. Good luck, Billy.
Let's go see the flop.
Can the Irishman get lucky and stay alive? Let's come Jack 8-4. So Billy still out in front with the ace high. The Irishman needs to catch a 6 or a 3 to take the lead, or 2 running cards to make a straight. Otherwise, he'll be heading back over the big pond.
Turn card coming. Here it is. It's a
well, the
4.
board pairs 4, so we're down to the river card. John O'Shea must catch a 6 or 3. Otherwise, it'll be tapioca pudding for him.
Yep, the Irishman needs the luck of the leprechaun. Let's see if he gets it.
Comes the river card. The 7 comes off. So that's going to do it for John O'Shea. Got in this tournament on a $2,500 satellite. Is taking home just about $200,000 for his effort.
So no rainbow for the Irishman. He is out in 6th place. Stay with us. More from the WPT World Championship here on the World Poker Tour.
For most Americans, their memory of online poker is stuck in the past. A desert filled with unsafe options or no option at all. Well, not anymore. Club WPT Gold is bringing poker back to America. It's a sweepstakes model website sweeping the nation, and it's available to try out now. Sign up now using code YouTube and enjoy the return of safe online poker to America.
The Irishman is gone. The Americans now outnumber the foreign players 3-2.
Starting to sound like a bad joke, but let's go back down to the table, see what happens next. Action on good old boy Billy Baxter as he quickly folds into Eric Baldwin. Very tough young pro. He goes out as well.
Over to David Williams. He's out as well.
And now David Benyamine.
Call.
David Benyamine just limps in with the King Jack. Most guys would raise with it in that situation.
And the cannon with just an 8-4 could tend to see a flop.
These are 2 WPT champions going at it here. Now flop comes Queen, Queen 8. So Shawn Buchanan out in front now with
Check.
queens and 8s.
Benyamine with a quick check. The cannon firing. Bet of 125,000 with his 8s.
He's bet half the size of the pot just to see where he's at. And Benyamine has made the call with just king high and now hits 2 jacks to take the lead.
That's beautiful. And he's going to check it too.
Now a king comes off. So Benyamine hitting twice here. Now he's got kings and queens with a jack kicker. It is the best hand.
And he's going to bet $250,000.
Half the size of the pot. And Shawn staring him down, and David Benyamine laughing here. Looking pretty confident, I think.
Shawn the Cannon Buchanan from Canada. We've seen this kid play numerous times. He's a great player, and he makes the wrong call here, though. He's going to pay it off.
Indeed he does. So David Benyamine making a great value bet on the river there. Getting paid off and taking down that pot. And not often you see Shawn Buchanan making the wrong decision, Vince.
Another impressive play by David Benyamine. All right, back to the action here. Quick fold by Billy Baxter. But Eric Baldwin with just Jack 8 has raised to $240,000. David Williams now, though, with an ace-king.
Well, he knows Eric is a pretty solid player, so he's just going to call here. Doesn't re-raise with the ace-king. Wants to see a flop first before he commits any more chips.
Everyone else out. Two-way action. There's the flop. Deuce, deuce, 3.
Eric going to make the continuation bet here with just a jack high. David Williams not buying it, Vince. He's going to make the call with the ace-king, just hoping Eric doesn't have a pair here. The 5 of diamonds comes off. Will Eric continue to fire? Nope, he's going to check.
Yeah, he's slowing down. Giving some respect to David Williams.
Well, David's checking also. Both proceeding cautiously now, but now a king comes off.
David Williams striking lucky with the kings.
Well, Eric figures his jack 8 is no good. That's obvious. So he's going to try to make a move to win this pot. Trying to represent two kings. Unfortunately for him, David Williams has got him.
That's what I was supposed to have.
Even though that play didn't work, you have to admire the thought process of Eric Baldwin for making a bet on the river. Trying to represent that he had the king.
So 29-year-old David Williams taking his first pot here tonight. Will he take this title? He's been into the final table 4 times on the World Poker Tour. Has not been successful yet. Maybe tonight will be his night. All right, the ante's going up to 15,000. Blinds now 16, 120,000. 5-handed poker. David Benyamine with a king 8.
He's right under the gun, yet he's going to raise it up here with the king 8 of clubs. 300,000.
Cannon goes away. Billy Baxter now with a little suited connector, 7-8 of spades.
It's one of those hands that as a poker player you like to see a flop with. Billy on the button in position with the suited connector. Billy does like to see flop, so he makes the call.
Eric stinging from that last hand with just a king 9. Elects to fold. But David Williams with a pair of 6s here.
He's going to want to see a flop for sure with this hand, and he makes the call as well. So 3-way action here. And flop is queen 10-5 with 2 spades. David checks the 2 6s. Benyamine checks the king 8. Now it's around to Baxter. And even though right now he has the worst hand, he's got the best draw, so he's going to bet.
Yep, 600,000 into the Davids, and it's going to work.
They both fold. There you see Billy's wife, Julie, giving him a hand. And good job, honey. Keep it going.
We're coming back. Stay with us as 5 players remain here on the World Poker Tour. Felt we go. Eric Baldwin, only 27 years old. He quickly folds his hand, and now David Williams picks up an ace-king again.
He's going to raise it up to 300,000 here.
Into the Parisian. David Benyamine, who quickly folds. The cannon going out.
Around to Billy Baxter in the big blind. He looks down at a king 10 offsuit. He's going to make the call. Right now, David Williams well out in front. It's ace king versus king 10. Oh, and a king comes right on the flop. This could spell big trouble for the Hall of Famer.
Billy is checked. David betting 350.
Both players have flopped top pair, but David Williams has a bigger kicker. He's got the ace. Billy just has the 10.
This could be devastating. He's made this call.
You see David's mom, Shirley, sweating her son out.
Wow, an ace on the turn only makes it better for David Williams. aces and kings.
This could be a break for Billy Baxter. I say a break because he can now get away from his 2 kings.
And he quickly checks it.
In case David Williams bets here, which he's going to. 500,000 is the bet. Well, Vince, Billy Baxter just not buying the fact that David Williams has got a hand. It can be 2 kings right here. And he is paying the price for it.
The Southerner going deeper into the quicksand. An ace on the river only makes things even worse.
Well, it makes it worse because the more aces that come up, the less likely you think your opponent's got one.
Billy does check it.
How much you playing, Billy?
Oh, you got a ton.
This is a disaster for poor Billy.
Million.
And 1 million is the bet by David Williams. Well, Vince, if you're Billy Baxter, if you call on the turn where I think you could have got away from this hand, chances are you might call again on the river here. Well, Billy Baxter is getting out that $1 million worth of chips. And Vince, he is going to lose a lot of chips in this pot if he makes this call.
Oh boy, he's spilling chips. This is a train wreck before our very eyes.
Well, he's going to make the call, and he's not going to like it as David Williams turns up the best hand possible. Aces full of kings. His mom surely going crazy here for him.
Billy just didn't put him on that hand. Pays the piper. Absolutely sickened by that.
Well, David Williams has been known to bluff a lot in his lifetime. So Billy just thought he might not have a hand that good. And even Hall of Famers make bad decisions sometimes. It cost Billy Baxter right there.
David Williams sprinting way out in front with over $9 million in chips.
Well, there you see the stakes these guys are playing for. The winner taking home over $1.5 million. The runner-up also getting over $1 million. So a lot on the line for these guys besides a coveted WPT title.
Sure is. All right, to this hand we go. Billy getting out of the way of this one. Eric also folding. Now Williams.
Just started.
Not going to
Not
play an
this turn,
8-7.
like about 3 weeks ago.
Round to the Battle of the Blinds, the Battle of the WPT Champions.
David Benyamine with just a queen 3.
Look at this, Vince. He's raising this time. He limped in last time when he had King Jack.
Now the cannon with a queen 9 of spades says all in.
Goes right over the top, just like he knows David Benyamine doesn't have a hand, and he takes it down. What a nice play by Shawn Buchanan. And Vince, I'll tell you, this guy has just terrific poker instinct. He's a WPT champ. If he wins tonight, he'll be the WPT Player of the Year for Season 8. Really a terrific play to move all in there to take down that pot.
All right, action back on Benyamine. This time he's got a silly little 4-3, quickly folds. Shawn Buchanan also going out.
Over to Billy Baxter. He's got an ace-jack of spade on his short stack, and he's going to move all in here.
Yeah, he's going to push with it.
I don't blame him.
Eric Baldwin folds his hand, but David Williams down with the king 10 of hearts seems interested.
Well, Vance, he's interested because he got $9 million in chips. He can well afford to make this call of just over $1 million more.
This could be a great double up for Billy. He'd be out in front.
Well, you always want to take a Hall of Famer out of a tournament, Vince, if you're at the final table, but you'd hate to double them up.
All right, I'll call.
David with momentum, he's going to make the call.
Well, he's gambling here, and right now, Billy Baxter out in front. A good shot to double up right here. He's got the ace-jack of spade. David Williams with the king 10 of hearts.
Which way with the Poker Destiny flop? Let's take a look at the flop.
Oh my God.
Oh! It's come ace, queen, jack. David Williams has flopped the best hand possible, the ace high straight, but Billy Baxter has flopped top and bottom pair. He's got 2 pair with a backdoor flush draw. Billy Baxter needs help, otherwise he'll be out in 5th place.
What a flop. Let's go
About
to
a
the
spade.
turn.
Well, Billy Baxter looking for an ace or a jack.
Not there.
6 of clubs comes off. We are down to the river card. The Poker Hall of Famer must catch an ace or a jack, or he'll be our 5th place finisher. Here comes the river card.
Can Billy hit here?
Nope. 3 of clubs comes off. Well, Vance, so many times in poker, when you make a bad play, bad luck follows. That's what happened to Billy Baxter here.
Yes, but always a Southern gentleman. Billy Baxter out, and right now he's going over to talk to Kara Scott, waiting for him on the rail.
Hi, Billy Baxter and unfortunately just gone off of our final table here. You came in, you said you were going to play for first, and what an ugly upset for you there.
Well, you know, all you can do is you try to get it in with the best hand, and did that, but he hit what they call Broadway.
Yeah, he flopped it, and that's pretty rare to do.
Right. I actually flopped 2 pairs, too, so it was, it'd have been a big pot if we'd have had some chips.
Yeah. Sorry to see, you know, a poker legend, a Hall of Famer, going home so early.
Well, you know, you just do what you can do. Wasn't my day.
Well, you take it like you should. You're a pro. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
For most Americans, their memory of online poker is stuck in the past. A desert filled with unsafe options or no option at all. Well, not anymore. Club WPT Gold is bringing poker back to America. It's a sweepstakes model website sweeping the nation, and it's available to try out now. Sign up now using code YouTube and enjoy the return of safe online poker to America.
More patient player today than he was a few years ago.
All right, Baxter felt a quick raise by Shawn Buchanan with his ace-7. Makes it 485,000. And look at this, Eric Baldwin with an ace-9 going all in.
Again going over the top of Shawn Buchanan all in.
Williams out, Benyamine out.
Well, they're going to sit back and watch the battle here. And right now, Shawn Buchanan being put to the test with the ace-7 offsuit. He just passed the test a minute ago with an ace-5. And I'll tell you, it just seems like every pot Shawn Buchanan plays, he's got a tough decision to make. Last time he made the right decision. What will he do this time? Again, he makes the right decision by folding. And Eric Baldwin picks up some more chips. Well, Vince, when we were marking this guy up for almost dead and gone, we're talking about the baseball player, Eric Baldwin. He has now moved into second chip position with 4 players left. I'll tell you, he is one tough cookie, no doubt about it.
Well, he fights back beautifully.
Blinds have gone up now. Now playing with the $100,000 and $200,000 blinds, $20,000 ante. So it's now $380,000 to play 4 hands of poker. And I say play, that means if you fold, that's what it cost you.
Action on David.
I'm all in.
Well, here Benyamine's going all in with the Queen Jack of Hearts. We saw Eric Baldwin move all in a minute ago with Queen Jack of Hearts. He was up against the Ace King of David Williams. He won that pot, so David Benyamine going to try his luck here. And Shawn Buchanan with a very tough decision as to what to do now with the ace-5.
I hate doing this.
Shawn only has 4 million in chips, so this would take most of his chips, about 75% of them, if he were to play this pot. Folks, this is what championship poker is all about, making these tough decisions right here. If you were sitting in Shawn Buchanan's seat right now, believe me, you would be very nervous as to what to do. Remember, Shawn not only playing for this title, he's also playing for the distinguished honor of being the WPT Player of the Year for season 8. So this a tremendously tough decision for Shawn Buchanan with so much on the line for him.
Is it possible to, I don't want to call a clock on anyone because that's rude, but can we request to pause the clock or level clock at least?
Has it been that long? Sorry. I'm in my own little world.
David Williams saying, I don't want to call the clock, but I think I want to call the clock.
It's the best hand, but
He actually doesn't want to call a clock and put pressure on a player, but he wants the tournament director to stop the clock so he'll have more time to play at these various levels, but that's not going to happen.
I'm going to call it.
Wow.
And he's made the call, Vince. What a call it is. As the cards lie, he is the favorite to win this pot and eliminate David Benyamine from this tournament. And I'll tell you, folks, that is not an easy call to make. Now let's see if the Frenchman can get lucky and stay alive in this tournament.
I know it's the best hand, but it's so marginal.
Not so bad, man. It's like the worst case. That's sick.
I can't stand not seeing the board. I got to sweat one.
They would have rabbit hunted for it.
A big pot over $5.7 million in it. Whoever wins it's going to be in second chip
That's a
position.
bad hand. It's like the worst
Still
case.
can't see it.
Well, the flop is 9-7 deuce. That was a smiling flop for Shawn Buchanan. David Benyamine is going to have to catch a queen or a jack or 2 running cards to make it straight. Otherwise,
At least a 10.
this phenomenal poker player will be our 4th place finisher tonight.
Going to the turn, the cannon looking happy.
Well, the 5 of hearts comes off, so we are down to the river. David Benyamine must catch a queen or a jack. Otherwise, he's going to have to wait to capture a second WPT title. Well, the 7 of spades comes off, so that's going to do it. David Benyamine is going to be our 4th place finisher tonight. Well, Vince, I'll tell you one thing. Benyamine put him to the test. Shawn Buchanan passed the test by making that call with the 8-5 right there.
Well, the croissant finally goes stale for the Frenchman David Benyamine, but Shawn the Cannon Buchanan getting closer to becoming the WPT Player of the Year. Stay with us. We're coming back with more exciting action from the WPT World Championship in just a moment. Right now, Kara Scott is talking to David's mom, Shirley.
David Williams' mom, Shirley, has seen an awful lot of final tables in her time. You must be getting quite used to this. Does it get easier watching him at final tables?
Definitely not. Does not get easier. It's nerve-wracking every time.
I heard a little birdie told me that you were a little nervous about coming down here yourself because you didn't want to be bad luck for him. How could you be bad luck?
Because he's never won any tournament where I was there. When he got a bracelet, I wasn't there. World Series main event, 2nd place, I was there. For God, a 2nd place, I was there.
So you're more superstitious than he is, I think.
He kind of feels that way too, but he let me come. He had to think about it.
Really?
Really.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I say let her in. She is fun.
She is fun, and David Williams is as well. Let's go to the felt. Shawn Buchanan with Jack 6 has raised to $410,000, followed by Eric, and now David Williams with a Queen 8 of hearts.
Yeah, Shawn's got the chip lead. He's going to try to be the boss now. Very aggressive raise here with the Jack 6, but David Williams having nothing to do with it. He's going to call him with the Queen 8 of hearts. And flop is King 9-7 with 1 heart. No help to either player. Action on David. He checks. Shawn Buchanan going to make the continuation bet here. $470,000. Look at this, Vince. David Williams with no hand and no draw. He's going to make the call. That tells me he is looking to make a play at this pot later. Well, now the 10 of clubs comes off, so now David does have an open-end straight draw, so he's going to check. Had a deuce come off, he'd have probably bet.
Down to the river we go. Will Williams get lucky? Now a king on the river, so actually Williams out in front here. He checks.
Check.
No pair.
But Shawn is going to give it
Queen.
up.
Well, when a guy calls you on the flop, you figure he's got to have something. Either made a straight, has a pair, has got to have something. You can't figure your jack high is the best hand. And I guarantee you, Shawn Buchanan is staring at that hand of David Williams and saying, how could that guy call me on the flop with that hand?
Okay, and with that hand, David Williams regains the chip lead.
Not by much, though. Both those guys have about a 2-to-1 chip lead over our 3rd place guy, Eric Baldwin, who looks down at a jack deuce of spade. Eric went to the University of Wisconsin at Whitewater, has a degree in psychology, played right field on the national championship Division III baseball team.
Thank you.
And he's going to raise here with just a jack deuce of spades. David going out, and the cannon now with a little suited connector, 7-8 of diamonds, is going to call.
So here comes the flop. Oh, what a flop for Eric. He flops a flush as it comes Queen 10, 5 of spade. Shawn has nothing. Lucky for him, he doesn't. He checks.
Yep.
Now, if you're Eric, Vince, you're saying, should he bet here or shouldn't he? Well, I think you should bet, because in case your opponent's got a queen, in case he's got a king or an ace of spade, he's liable to play this pot where you can win a lot of chips. So Eric is going to make the bet of $640,000. Unfortunately for him, Shawn has absolutely nothing and has to fold. Eric Baldwin picking up that pot.
He's trying to make his grandma proud, play well on TV. And let's go back to this hand. Look at this, David Williams with a pair of nines.
It's a big hand in a three-handed poker game, so he's going to raise it. Makes it 500,000 to go, but right behind him, Shawn Buchanan has picked up 2 queens.
Oh, this could be a showdown.
Vince, these are the 2 chip leaders that have 2 pretty good-sized pairs here.
I'm gonna raise.
And Shawn is going to come over the top. This could spell big trouble for David Williams.
17 more.
When he says 17, he means 1.7 million more. Eric getting out of their way.
What do you got? Left? Behind?
Well, David Williams has him covered, but only by a couple $100,000.
This could be a slow-mo disaster before our very eyes.
I'm all in.
Will he plunge? Yes, he does.
He's gone all in. He's been called, and David Williams is not going to like it. He is completely dominated. It's as bad a position as you can be in before the flop.
Queens and nines.
Mama knew she shouldn't have been there.
And that's exactly what she's saying. I knew I shouldn't have come. I shouldn't have come. I jinxed him. Oh, boy. And Shawn Buchanan in a phenomenal position now to take a massive chip lead where he could win this tournament, become WPT Player of the Year.
Can't blame David. You have to push with nines in a three-handed poker game. Now it is up to the poker gods, the fate of the game. Who will get lucky? Here comes the first
A
3.
9 on the flop. He has done it. David Williams has taken the lead here with 3 nines.
Unreal.
There you see the look in Shawn Buchanan's face that says it all. How could this happen at this time in my life?
What a stunning flop.
Shawn can catch a queen or hit 2 running cards to make a straight.
We still have 2 cards to come. Here's the turn.
Now 4 diamonds comes off. Shawn Buchanan must hit a lucky lady. Needs a queen or he's going to be gone.
Down to the river.
Shawn Buchanan getting it in as good as you can. Pair over pair. Can he get lucky together? No. David Williams shakes his hand. He knows how lucky he was to win that contest. Well, that's going to do it for the Canadian, Shawn Buchanan. And Vince, I got to tell you, this guy played phenomenal poker once again. Just got extremely unlucky to lose that last hand. Possibly the title and the Player of the Year award. Unbelievable tough luck for the Canadian, Shawn Buchanan.
How do you feel about how you played today?
I mean, I didn't make any mistakes. I played pretty much the best you can play and got unlucky.
You really got unlucky there. You went in and your friends are leaving and saying still the best. We've just emptied out this whole side here. They were all your supporters. What's it like playing with such support?
Pardon?
What's it like playing with such support behind you?
It's always nice to have people behind you, so it was fun. I mean, can't control fate, I guess.
For most Americans, their memory of online poker is stuck in the past. A desert filled with unsafe options or no option at all. Well, not anymore. Club WPT Gold is bringing poker back to America. It's a sweepstakes model website sweeping the nation, and it's available to try out now. Sign up now using code YouTube and enjoy the return of safe online poker to America.
Each of these guys have won on the World Poker Tour. They both desperately want this coveted win.
Eric Baldwin on the very first hand with a 9-7.
He's going to limp in and call on the button.
And David Williams picks up his queen jack again, this time suited.
I'm surprised he didn't raise there, Vince. Your opponent limps in on the button. You figure that's the best hand, but wants to see a cheap flop, and here it is. 6-3 deuce with 2 diamonds. No help to either player. David checks.
Eric's going to check behind him. We're going to the turn. And it's a king of hearts. Also doesn't help either player.
Now, David's going to take a stab at this pot. He leads out and bets 240,000.
Yeah, that's what he's going to try to do with his big stack. Got 16 million. Put the pressure on Eric. See if it'll work.
Oh, look at this, Vince. With an absolute garfunkel. Eric Baldwin is going to come over the top of him and re-raise it. Makes it 600,000 to go.
You can't push him around. He's going to win with this.
Eric Baldwin's going to take down this pot. by making a nice play there.
What's amazing about him is that he plays better with zip and pip with absolutely nothing than he does with quality hands. A little like Gus Hansen back in the day.
Yeah, David Williams lost that hand because he lost control of it. He should have raised before the flop and then made the continuation bet on the flop.
All right, David this time with a 9-8 of clubs.
This time he's going to raise it. Makes it 400,000 to go. Eric is going to call him with the king 8.
Flop comes up ace 5-3, helping neither player again.
Eric is checked. Well, this time, even though he doesn't have the best hand, he's making that continuation bet. And he's going to win the pot. Now, had he done that the first hand, he'd have won that one also.
And there's David's mother, Shirley, very excited on the rail. You know, you got to love what David said about his mom, too. Doesn't believe in the superstition. Just because she hasn't been here when he's won tournaments, he says, that's not going to affect me. Someday it'll come out the right way. He hopes it's tonight.
He's saying that on TV, Vince. Inside, he thinks she's a jinx.
Kiss of death.
No. I'm happy he's got her here.
All right, Eric Baldwin, king 9 this time, and he's just going to limp in. David with just a 6-10. David checks.
And flop comes Jack 8-3. No help to either player.
Nothing hitting. David Williams checking with his 10 high.
And now it's Eric's turn to make the continuation bet.
210,000 into Williams, and he's successful with it.
Notice the guys that have won every pot so far, the guys doing the betting. Nobody's had anything yet, but the aggressor, the guy taking last action, is the guy that's winning the pot.
Nothing hands, take it down pots. We're coming back with more action from the WPT World Championship in just a moment. Montana Lounge heads-up action continues.
Eric Baldwin has chipped into David Williams' chip lead since they started this heads-up battle. He's picked up about $1.5 million. Can he continue his run? We shall see. Action on David. He looks down on the king 3, and he is going to raise it. And a pretty healthy raise of 500,000 here.
Well, he's going to put the pressure on. Eric can't take the heat. Look at David Williams with over 14 million now. Just going to try to grind away on Eric Baldwin.
Eric Baldwin, the 2009 Card Player Magazine Poker Player of the Year. We've seen some sterling play by this guy.
We really have. He says he's playing for his grandma to see him on TV for the first time in a big event. The title of the year, the mother of all poker tournaments at the WPT, the World Championship.
He's got to Donnie Parton, the 9-5. He's going to raise it up to 520,000.
David behind him with an ace-deuce.
Well, David knows when you get an ace high, it's a pretty good hand playing heads-up poker, but when it's just an ace-deuce, it's very daring to make a raise, but he's doing it.
Oh boy, he's going to put his victim into a full Nelson and squeeze hard.
It's about $1 million more. He's definitely stepped it up here in the last few pots. Taking the aggressive route, and it's going to pay off for him here as well. Vince, virtually every hand of this heads-up match has gone to the more aggressive player.
Mom Shirley absolutely delighted with that. Can he piece it all together? Take down this major title on the WPT.
Well, David Williams looks down at 2 deuces. He's going to raise it, makes it 500,000 to go. Eric Baldwin has the ace-5 of hearts. And we just saw David Williams raise with ace-high a minute ago after his opponent raised it. What will Eric do here?
All in.
Wow.
He's gone all in.
Pull that in and give me a count, please.
Well, David Williams wants a count. Folks, it's going to cost him about $3.8 million more to make this call. Vince, most poker pros do not want to call a monster all-in bet with 2 deuces because the best you're going to be is in a race situation where your opponent's got 2 overcards. They got the overpair, you're dead. Anything else, it's a coin flip as to who's going to win it.
Mom Shirley in terror mode right there. She cannot bear to look.
David Williams is the chip leader. Puts his opponent on 2 overcards. He may just want to gamble here to try to end it right now. what to do with 2 deuces here.
Call.
Wow, he's made the call. Vince, he is gambling here.
The Mallards. Don't forget to the Mallards.
Well, I think Eric very satisfied to see the hand his opponent has here.
You want to run it twice? Run it twice?
A little poker humor there.
Well, David Williams wants to run it once and win it once. It's almost a dead even coin flip. So luck the key factor here. Eric needs to get lucky to stay alive. If David Williams gets lucky, he'll be the WPT World Champion for season 8. Well, not right there. An ace right on the flop becomes ace 7-6. David Williams does not flinch when the ace comes out there. But right now, he's got to find the deuce somewhere in the deck.
He might be kicking himself, saying, what did I call off my money with deuces for? Well, there's 2 cards to come.
Well, he must catch a deuce, Vince. Nothing else will do it. Oh, yeah! It's over. He caught it on the turn, Vince. Lightning again for David Williams. He caught lightning to knock out Shawn Buchanan.
Are you kidding?
He caught lightning to knock out Eric Baldwin.
That's ridiculous.
Destiny on the side of David Williams. Wow. Sometimes it's just your night. What else can you say about David Williams? You got to feel good for him, but you got to feel the pain for Eric Baldwin right there.
David Williams, WPT World Champion, just like that.
Here comes Mom.
Yeah!